A man in Athens was shot and killed late Monday night. We have more coming up.
Also, we will tell you how not to get scammed if you plan on buying an SEC ticket.
Plus, downtown Athens may never be the same after the master plan takes effect. Find out what exactly is in town for the Classic City.
From the University of Georgia, a student production from the Grady College of Journalism. This is Grady NewSource.
Good evening, Athens. I'm Brittany Denny.
And I'm Alexia Fawcett.
The Athens-Clarke County Police Department is investigating the murder of a 76-year-old man. It all happened late Monday night in his home. Reporter Christine Dial is in the newsroom with more on the story.
Brittany, so far the police have released few details on the motive for this crime, but what we do know is that 76-year-old Edward Davidson was shot and killed in his home in Athens off Jefferson River Road last night. Police tell us that Davidson and his wife were asleep around midnight when they heard someone trying to break in through the door. Davidson got up to confront the intruders, and that's when police say he was shot. His wife called 911 and said she did not see the shooting happen, but heard the gunshots and saw two men running from the house. As of now, police are not releasing any more details on the case, but the Crime Stoppers have offered a $1,000 reward for anyone with additional information. Live from the newsroom, Christine Dial, Grady NewSource.
Thanks, Christine. If you have any information, you can call the Crime Stoppers confidential tip line at 706-624-3888. You will remain anonymous.
The UGA Bulldogs have made it to the SEC Championship, but some fans are concerned that the ticket they have are not going to get them into the Dome. Reporter Veronica Evans is live in the studio with more on the story. Veronica, what's going on?
Alexia, the game is completely sold out, and there's a limited number of student tickets available. Many students and fans are turning to online sources or plan to buy them from scalpers on the day of the game. If you're one of these people, it's become a classic story of buyer beware.
All week long until he decides to go.
He's been constantly searching,
Pretty much check every day.
but the price isn't right.
Haven't found one for under about 300, which is about triple to quadruple times face value.
And if the steep price isn't enough, there's another concern.
When you buy online, there's always a chance that it is going to be counterfeit.
But he's not letting that stop him. UGA senior Jordan Craven is one of thousands of people hoping to score a ticket to the SEC championship game this weekend. Georgia Dome officials are warning fans like Craven not to let their desperation for a ticket make them vulnerable to ticket scammers.
There's a high demand for tickets this year, and we're just trying to warn people in advance of the possibility of counterfeit tickets and let them know what they need to look out for so they're not a victim.
Kirksey says the main things to look for on a ticket are the two hologram stripes and the hologram graphic. All of the holograms show the SEC Circle logo. Those combined with the glossy feel make it hard to fake. But there are still scammers out there, and Craven has the worst case scenario in mind when shopping around.
If I paid the kind of money that is going for these tickets right now, and I showed up and they scanned my ticket at the Dome and said, you can't come in.
He'd be speechless.
And then I think the barcode.
Yeah.
Something with the barcode.
Dome officials say that if you plan to buy a ticket on Saturday, ask the person who's selling you the ticket to come with you to the Georgia Dome office's ticket validation window. That way, you'll know if the ticket is good or not before you buy it. Live in the studio, I'm Veronica Evans, Grady NewSource.
Thanks, Veronica. If you suspect you have purchased a fake ticket, contact the Athens-Clarke County Police Department immediately with as much information about the vendor as possible.
For those who did not receive a ticket to this weekend's game, you may be upset that you did not receive an SEC championship ticket, but even some of the most visible supporters are being shut out of the Georgia Dome. The students who spell out Dog Nation in the stands have taken their concern to the Athletic Association by creating a petition to be reconsidered for tickets. The petition was started as a plea for more information regarding the strike rules for student tickets. They say they do not understand why these rules are in place and feel as though the strike rules are unfair, especially for students who have emergencies the day of the game. If you want to sign the petition to send these students to the Dome, please visit the website below.
It's called the Master Plan. It's a new idea to revamp downtown Athens, and you could be a part of the process. Reporter Julie Calhoun is in the newsroom with more on the story.
Thanks, Alexia. Planners hope to bring new life to the heart of the classic city in 3 main areas by improving transportation, beautifying public places, and connecting the river to downtown.
This is all about what is called the Downtown Athens Master Plan. Locals say the name sounds menacing, but planners assure them it's quite the opposite. The plan will fix smaller issues like cracked sidewalks to larger ones like transportation needs. It's been 30 years since the last master plan, and one Athens resident says she is excited about the makeover.
The transportation thing is awesome. I think that we really need better, at least more bus routes maybe. Public spaces, I'm all for that, always. And I think we should definitely have more access to the river because it's pretty.
The planning team held a public meeting tonight where they presented potential ideas and asked for feedback. But many locals say they hadn't heard of such a meeting, and when asked if they would attend,
no. I mean, it would be cool to go, but I probably would not. I'm not going to lie.
the director of the master plan says public attendance is necessary.
The key is the more people who participate and provide those ideas, and the more people who understand the whole intention of doing a vision plan, the more buy-in there's going to be and the more excitement there can be in getting it implemented.
No ideas are set in stone yet. The planning team says they hope to have a second meeting at the beginning of next year and finalize the plan in the spring. But first things first, the director says the focus is on tonight's meeting and getting the community's go-ahead.
Tonight's meeting was held at 6 o'clock at the Classic Center. Live from the newsroom, I'm Julie Calhoun.
Thanks, Julie.
Another restaurant has joined the downtown Athens scene. Dirty Birds, a restaurant based around wings and sports, opened this Saturday with over 700 customers joining them for lunch. With the biggest game of the season coming up for the Bulldogs, General Manager Erica Casquillo hopes for an even bigger crowd this Saturday.
We're expecting a good turnout. This is a great place to come watch the SEC championships. We have 21 TVs, which will all be focused on the Bulldogs. And we've got some drink specials going on. And every time Georgia scores, we're going to do a Bulldog shot.
Dirty Birds is located at 312 Washington Street and will be open at 10 a.m. on Saturday, so you can get there early to cheer on the Dogs.
If you're heading to the game on Saturday, find out if the clouds and fog from today will be coming with you. I'm James Brierton outside the studio, and weather is coming up.
Coming up, find out how much more money you could now win if you participate in tomorrow's historical Powerball drawing.
I think someone at my friend's school has this thing called autism. My friend's brother's son has autism. My neighbor's son has autism. My son has autism.
Autism is getting closer to home. Today, 1 in 110 children is diagnosed with autism. That's a 600% increase in the last 20 years. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Welcome home, man.
I feel like it's all on my shoulders. How am I going to take care of my parents if they develop an eye disease like glaucoma? Glaucoma is the leading cause of blindness in African Americans and Hispanics in the United States. And what about my kids? Will they inherit it? Not to mention my risk factor. I'm really concerned and I need some answers.
Call 1-800-437-2423 or go to ahaf.org for answers, including a free brochure on glaucoma.
Today, the Powerball jackpot has risen to an enormous $500 million, the highest ever in its history. And the number can only get higher before the lucky winner or winners are drawn this Wednesday. Despite technical glitches with a few lottery machines and very slim odds, ticket sales have increased rapidly. There have been 16 consecutive drawings without a big winner so far. Tickets cost $2 and are normally available up to an hour before the drawing, which is scheduled for 10:59 Eastern Time tomorrow night.
A program at UGA is giving students a chance to explore different academic options at other universities around the country. Reporter Brittany Green has the story.
That's right. Most students looking to study abroad options, but I met a UGA student that took advantage of the National Student Exchange and spent one academic year in Alaska.
Me and my two other NSC friends.
Morgan Pohl seems like your typical UGA student, but a year ago she participated in the National Student Exchange. After weighing her pros and cons, she decided University of Alaska Fairbanks was perfect for her.
Alaska was entirely like everything that I wanted to do, so it just made it a lot more special.
And the connections Morgan made in Alaska still continue today.
I actually met my boyfriend there, and yeah, we'll be together for 11 months.
Morgan's favorite part about Alaska was the cold weather and the scenery.
Just having the snow there year-round, and like everything I did outside was fun because I would try to go outside even if it was like -30.
Students interested in the National Student Exchange should stop by the Center of Student Organizations here in the Tate Center and grab one of these. This will help them in their decision making on which school they should attend. After that, they can set up a meeting with Josh Podvin to help further the process.
There are currently 200 campuses nationwide that participate in this program. Students can go to any of these campuses for a semester or a year and pay UGA tuition. NSC can be more than just a great experience for a student. It can also benefit the university afterwards.
She brought things back to UGA, established an organization that's still going strong here, and then went back to that community that she really had a great experience in.
I think it's great for anyone to kind of put themselves out of their comfort zone. It's really fun to get experience going somewhere else and just like researching other options, and there's so many other places in the world, like why not explore?
And because of that, she encourages other UGA students to take advantage of the opportunities NSC offers.
NSC is also a great way to help recruit students into the university because about 1/3 of the students that come here on exchange end up transferring. Live in the newsroom, I'm Brittany Green, Grady NewSource.
Thanks, Brittany.
After billions of dollars were spent on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, charities nationwide are encouraging consumers to give back to those in need. They are calling this new movement Giving Tuesday. This new day has brought in so much attention that the hashtag Giving Tuesday has been trending on Twitter all day.
A local fundraising for Tripp Halstead is continuing around the area. Fast food chains like McDonald's and Zaxby's have participated earlier this month. The Popeyes in Winder will be donating 10% of all sales this Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. The toddler who was critically injured nearly a month ago is showing progress. His father says he is becoming more responsive and active in therapy.
Emergencies happen all the time. You may be wondering how you can prepare in case of an emergency. Abby Johnson is here in the studio to tell us how citizens in Athens are preparing.
That's right, Alexia. Right here in Athens, there's a program that people are joining in order to know how to be ready in case of an emergency. The program is called CERT, Community Emergency Response Team.
Copy.
Scott and Brad are in the woods looking for a missing person. The two are part of CERT, Community Emergency Response Team, a nationwide program of volunteers. Today, they are part of a search at the State Botanical Garden.
Yeah, so we're back at the main building here.
Pete Golden is their local coordinator.
Their role would be to supplement first responders in the event there were a disaster on campus or in Athens-Clarke County.
In the wake of natural disasters like Hurricane Sandy, CERT volunteers could be of great help.
We need bodies that can take pictures to help document, maybe do some interviews of people that witnessed or were in the area.
We're looking for this person. His name's John.
And for Scott, this could be an extra stepping stone towards a career.
Well, I'm actually applying right now with Athens Clarke County Police Department as well.
But 45 minutes after the original search started, radio communication indicated another team has found the missing individual. Persistent radio problems caused by the hilly terrain at the Botanical Gardens showed the team how important it is to improvise, in this case, turning to their cell phones.
If you're interested in becoming a part of this program, you can visit the website listed below. Live in the studio, I'm Abby Johnson.
Thanks, Abby.
Across portions of Georgia today, was that enough to bust the drought? And what does that mean when you go Christmas tree shopping? I'll have that when I meet you back in the studio in 2 minutes.
AIDS has killed nearly 6 million children worldwide. That's more than every child in every preschool, grade school, and high school. In New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Washington, Miami, and Atlanta combined. The time to do something is now. The place is apathyisLethal.org.
Find ways to make your home more defensible against wildfire. What have you got to lose? Except everything.
Welcome back to Grady NewSource. Currently outside here in Athens, 50 degrees and cloudy. That cloud that we've seen all day around, it's still here with us. We topped out at 54 degrees for today. In your weather headlines, here's what we saw. Cold front pushed across our region, and that's what brought us the fog, the clouds, the showers that we saw throughout the day. The good news behind that, sunny conditions with temperatures in the 60s for the next few days. That's bad news, though, if you've been watching our drought. Take a look at the drought monitor. This is a time lapse over the last 12 months, and you can see the drought is very persistent across portions of the southern half of the state and across the middle part of the state where it is the worst at this point. Here in Athens, we've received about 80% of the rainfall we should have by this date. That's about 10 inches behind where we should be. We were hoping today's rain would help us out a little bit. It didn't. Just about trace amounts of rainfall across the mountains. Quarter of an inch here in Athens. The highest amount we saw south of Interstate 20 as you make your way towards Macon, they're at half an inch. For tonight, here's what the temperatures are going to look like. 38 in Athens, 41 in Winder, 37 as you make your way up towards Interstate 85 in Commerce. The next few days ahead, here's what our setup's going to be like. This high pressure system over the western portion of the state, that's going to push and make its way into the eastern half of the country, and that's what's going to bring us some really sunny, nice days to go on outside and spend some time, maybe up on Lake Lanier, where tomorrow it'll be 61 degrees there in Gainesville, 63 in Athens, and 64 in Winder. Here's a look at your 5-day forecast, and for tomorrow, sunny, high again around 63. That's where we are for Thursday and on Friday until we meet a few clouds. Not too bad for game day on Saturday with a high around 66. And speaking about that drought we were talking about just a moment ago, could be a problem for some folks trying to get a Christmas tree. The drought killed thousands of trees at a Christmas farm in southern Illinois just before the holiday season. But back here at home, I talked to a local Christmas tree farmer in Pendergrass, and she says they're managing to get by just fine. So that's good news if you're going to be heading out to buy a Christmas tree this weekend.
That is good news, James. I want to go get a tree right now.
Good time. The weather will be nice for it.
It will be nice.
I'm Jordan Bell, and up next I'll tell you what Alabama expects from UGA this Saturday. And find out what an SEC championship win could mean for the Georgia Bulldogs.
Hello. Yes. Can I ask a few questions about the apartment on Park Street?
What was your name?
My name is Juan Hernandez.
It's been rented.
Oh, it's gone. Hello, my name is Sanjay Kumar. I am calling about the apartment on Park Street.
It's not available.
Not available?
Hello, my name is Tyrone Washington. I'm calling about the apartment on Park Street.
Just been rented.
Hello, I am Chen Ling. My name is Khalid bin Ali. I'm Tuan Vo.
Hello, my name is Moshe Goldberg.
I use a wheelchair. It's gone. Not available. All right. Thank you.
Yes, hello, my name is Graham Wellington. I'm calling about the apartment for rent on Park Street. Is that still available?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Really?
Housing discrimination is illegal. If you think you've been a victim because of your race, color, national origin, sex, religion, disability, or family status, call us. Fair housing. It's not an option. It's the law.
About a year ago, Mark and I thought, air pollution, global warming. How can we make a difference? So first things first, Mark modified our car. He harnessed the wind. Then he experimented with microwave technology and some sort of homemade energy source.
Best part is the car emits only helium. Genius. Genius.
But the EPA says the energy we use in our home can cause twice the greenhouse gases of a car. So I went to EnergyStar.gov. I got tips on lighting, heating and cooling, and to look for the Energy Star on products we buy. As for Mark, he still marches to the beat of a different drum.
I figure why not let gravity do all the work, right?
I know I'm making a difference. I just look for the Energy Star.
The Environmental Protection Agency encourages you to visit EnergyStar.gov to discover what you can do to reduce air pollution.
UGA plays in the SEC championship game this Saturday in Atlanta, and Georgia players aren't the only ones expecting a tough game.
I mean, it feels great. It's something we've been working for, all season long, all summer long, and stuff like that. It's going to be a great challenge for us also because we know Georgia has great defense, and it's going to be a challenge for the offense to come out and put some points on the board.
But Kari Rambo also didn't hold back when he was talking to the press. He talked with ESPN after tying the school record last Saturday with his 16th interception.
I feel like we're more talented. I mean, we have better players at each position across the board, especially on defense. It's going to be a great challenge for us. I know it's going to be a battle. It will come down to who had the best defense, and it's going to come down to who made who made more turnovers. So it's going to be a battle of the defenses.
Rambo got some heat for his comment, especially after last year's SEC championship loss. But he did add that last year UGA played for only 30 minutes. This weekend, they'll play for 60. On the other hand, UGA's record-setting quarterback Aaron Murray is not speaking with the media this week. Georgia fans are surprised not to hear from Murray because he is the face and voice of the team. Murray's roommate and UGA defensive linebacker Christian Robinson says that the quarterback is just preparing for the big game and doesn't want any distractions. If UGA beats Alabama this weekend, they will have a chance to repeat history. In the 1980 football season, UGA played Notre Dame in the Sugar Bowl, beating Notre Dame 17-10. UGA had a perfect season. This year, Notre Dame is the undefeated team. They will play the winner of the SEC Championship and the BCS National Championship in Miami after the holidays. Are you headed to Atlanta this weekend for the big game?
No, but I will be there in spirit. Are you going, Jordan?
Oh yeah, I'm ready to let the dogs out.
Woo.
I'm Allie Christensen, and when we return, we'll tell you why a young star from 2.5 Men is trash-talking his own show.
Can I help you, sir?
I found these over by the stairs.
Okay, thank you.
What are they?
Love handles. Lots of people lose them taking the stairs instead of the escalator.
Hi, my name's Tyler. I'm 15 years old. I've been golfing since I was about 8 years old. This year, I'm trying out for my high school golf team. When I was 11 years old, I had bone cancer, and it looked like I was going to lose my leg. I think life would be a whole lot different if I didn't have the bone transplant. I do have a scar on my leg. It goes from about here to here. The scars do come in handy when I'm talking to the ladies because I tell them that it's a sharp bite. You can kind of compare golf to life. You have your ups and downs, and you just try to work for the best. Thanks to the tissue transplant, I'm a regular teenager and pretty good golfer.
You have the power to donate life. Be an organ and tissue donor. To find out how, go today to donatelife.net.
The tissue transplant gave me back my life.
Let's have some cake. Uh-oh. Edna.
You know, I'm having this wedding here tomorrow, and your weeds are growing through the fence. Do you care?
I see some things haven't changed. Take this to Edna while I change into my garden clothes.
Patience. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
The young 2.5 Men star Angus T. Jones is telling viewers not to watch the show, calling it filth. A video was posted on the religious website ForerunnerChronicles.com that shows Jones talking about his newfound religion, saying his new lifestyle doesn't mix with the CBS show.
Jake from 2.5 Men means nothing. He is non-existent character. He's 2.5 Men. If you watch 2.5 Men, please stop watching 2.5 Men. I'm on 2.5 Men. I don't want to be on it.
The show's rep is not commenting on the videos. 2 Indiana Colts cheerleaders shaved their heads during the fourth quarter of Sunday's game to raise money for cancer research and awareness. The Colts head coach, Chug Pagano, has leukemia. The 2 cheerleaders got all their hair shaved off in front of Sunday's sold-out crowd. Colts fans raised over $22,000 for the cause, which is well over the $10,000 goal. The cheerleaders now proudly rock their new dues to show support for the Colts coach. Fans on Twitter are using the hashtag #ChuckStrong to show their support. And raising money a little closer to home, tonight at St. Mary's hosted a tree lighting event to help fundraise for their hospice services. The hospital had its 14th annual Love Light ceremony this evening. The event is part of a year-long fundraising effort to help people with life-limiting conditions. Attendance was free, but donations for the cause are welcomed. Were welcomed. I don't know about you guys, but I would much rather go to a tree lighting service than get my head shaved to raise money.
That does seem... At least they still look pretty.
They sure do.
Good night.
Good night.
UGA NewSource is a student production of the Grady College of Journalism and Mass Communication, which is solely responsible for its content. The views expressed do not represent those of the University of Georgia administration nor the Board of Regents of the university system.